Good evening. I'd like to call the June 1st City of Monmouth Council meeting to order. If you'll please rise and join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could have a roll call for attendance, please.
Alderman Teal.
Here.
Alderman Bone.
Here.
Alderman Weber.
Here.
Alderman Daw.
Here.
Alderman Connor.
Here.
Alderman Pineda.
Here.
Alderman Van Fleet.
Here.
Roll call complete.
Thank you. Next, under approval of the minutes, I'd entertain a motion for approval of the May 18th council meeting minutes as presented.
So moved.
And a second. Are there any amendments or corrections to those minutes as presented? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Bone.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Daw.
Yes.
Connor.
Yeah.
Pineda.
Yes.
Van Fleet.
Yes.
Teal.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Under presentation or citizen inquiries, does anyone wish to address council this evening? Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda, and we have one item, and that's approval of the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any items to be removed for further discussion or consideration? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Weber.
Yes.
Daw.
Yes.
Connor.
Yes.
Pineda.
Yes.
Van Fleet.
Yes.
Teal.
Yes.
Bone.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Under Committee of the Whole, we have with us this evening Joseph Swan from LRS. I think was gonna maybe give some updates and how things are going. Joseph?
This works, thank you. First of all, thank you for allowing me just a few minutes just to speak with the council and the residents here. I just want to give you a little bit of synopsis of what was going on the last 2 or 3 months, 4 months with LRS. Obviously, we're just down the road about 4 or 5 blocks. And with our contract with the city of Monmouth. There's been, we took over the yard waste pickup and removal as in April 1st. That's a subject matter I'm going to broach here. And then we had a little issue with some trash collection in April also, which really kind of spurred a lot of questions and comments from residents, and I'm sure you all got them. So I just want to give you a little history of what happened and what's going on and how we're correcting this. First of all, the yard waste, we're very happy to help out the city getting it collected and removed. We did this about 3 different ways on trial and error on what we thought was the best opportunities to do it. We had a gentleman kind of move a job and do that in the morning and come back. That didn't work. We had another gentleman come and help out. But basically all 3, 2 of them at least, wasn't satisfying our customers because they were missing routes, missing bags, missing streets. It was a trial for us, and I'm sure it was a trial for you because you probably heard the comments. So right now we have a dedicated person picking up the yard waste every morning, first thing, for each section on the days that trash is collected. And I did actually put in with the company, I did put a position open just for yard waste collection. Right now, it's our container gentleman who moves containers around. That's his job in the morning, the first, from 6 a.m. to noon to pick up yard waste. And which is working, as we've done that for the last 10 days. But I asked him just to go ahead and just authorize a position for a full-time yard waste collection person. That we only collect yard waste actually here in Monmouth and in one other city it's actually up in Kelowna. That's on Wednesdays. So we do it 4 days a week here. If he gets done early, then we'll have him help out with the container guy or something like that. So I'm hoping to have that position filled by July. But right now, the container guy's picking up the yard waste. But as of July, we'll get a full-time person basically just for Monmouth to do that. It is important, just like collecting trash, to have somebody each and every day the same, because when we move things around or change people, that's when things get missed. And it's the same with trash. If you move things around or you alter a course, that's when things get missed. So we are working to get that kind of worked out for you guys, for the residents, and obviously for us also, because it's much more efficient. Well, trash, we had obviously I would say a big hiccup in April. That's when things really kind of seen a lot of complaints, a lot of misses. Right before April, our driver for Monmouth, who drives here every day, was involved in a car accident, and he was off for 3.5 weeks. Obviously, it didn't come with any notice. It came with the next day, hey, I'm not coming to work because he messed himself up pretty severely. So what does that cause? That causes, obviously, until you alter that norm, then we had to throw in, I threw in a guy who actually lives in Monmouth, Levi. I brought him in. I thought, well, he lives in Monmouth, let him take over the route. And he was slower, unfortunately, and he missed a few places. That went on for about 2 weeks, and it was 2 weeks of not only draining for me, but I talked to the mayor and Lou multiple times, figured out a plan on when they're 3 or 4 streets short every day. I got to get another truck here to take up that slack, and that means they have to go from somewhere else. So it was about the 3rd week we finally listen, we got to do a major plan overhaul here because I didn't know how long he was going to be gone. Fortunately for us, he returned about last Monday. Nate is back now, and he's back on his route. And I'm hoping that you've seen some improvement over last week and this week, because he's generally one of our better drivers, and he's very committed to the work and comes in every day. And he actually has a helper with him because he wears a knee brace now. So we actually have a helper with him to get out of the truck and pick up bulk items, until he fully recovers. So what have we done really over the last few months? So in May, this last month, I actually hired 3 additional drivers. Each Monday, we hired a new person came on, and I just offered 2 more drivers, 2 more people, driver positions, which they're going to start in the next 2 weeks. That puts me 3 drivers ahead. The company basically told me overhire, just get whatever you need and get it done. So, which was very nice. So we actually are going to have 3 extra drivers. What I wasn't anticipating this year, and it not only affected Monmouth, it affected all my other smaller communities, was that when Illinois passed the flex hours, we started I don't know if you guys were required to give that to your employees, but flex hours, you have to give 40 hours to every employee when they start work, and then they have to give 1 hour notice when they don't want to come to work for any reason. And so that really, this first quarter was kind of a slam for me, because I had 2 or 3 or 4 people takes flex time within an hour's notice on any given day, and when I only have 2 extra, I can handle that, but 4 extra, that's an issue. So that was a challenge my first quarter. Working through that, we thought, all right, we need more people, and that's where I was authorized to hire 2 more additional employees on top of the 3 I just did. So the idea is, we want to be a great partner with Monmouth. We did give, and I got to work this out too a little bit further because there's some hiccups, but we did give the city a phone number just for your residents. Now that phone, we don't have phones actually at our office. Everything's done by cell phone. So this phone was plugged into which her name's she's the route closer, but she's been gone for the last 2 weeks with her son being unfortunately severely ill. So she returned this today. So when people were trying to call, they weren't getting a phone, they weren't getting an answer. We couldn't move that phone from her desk to, there's only one other lady, down to another desk. So my plan there is I'm gonna actually, what I'm doing for Atkinson is get a cell phone. So I'm gonna try to get a cell phone in our office where we can actually move it around mobile to multiple people. If somebody's off, we can hand it to somebody else. Someone's off, we can hand it to somebody else. So at least they can leave a voicemail. They can get somebody to answer between 7 and 4 or 7 and 5 to kind of help solve that problem. I know, just like everybody else, calling a call center in Chicago is not fun. No different than India or Canada or where else. Nobody wants to do that. Unfortunately for villages and cities, I have this challenge with all of them, is residents call the city because they know someone's there, they're gonna answer, and they can be mad at them. I don't like that, believe me. So as soon as we can get this phone up and operating and you can give that number out, we're happy to take the calls. Most importantly is that we want to ensure that we're rectifying that situation as fast as we can and to correct our issues, whether it be missed pickups or skips or people that have bulk items that need to be picked up. The sooner we can get the information from the resident, the sooner we can fix it and really try to alleviate as much as possible from the staff here at the city. So the things that we did, we hired an operations manager who actually came from Republic. He was 20 years with Republic. He came from South Carolina. He is here, started a month ago. He is here now in Monmouth, which is doing a great job getting things kind of organized, on track, and kind of put back into place. So the plan for LRS is growth, believe it or not. We want to grow, and not only in this area. We do about 90 ton a day at the transfer station in trash. And that's gonna grow actually in July. There's gonna be some additional, probably an additional 20 to 30 ton coming in, starting in July. So there is a plan. Our main focus is we want to be a good partner. I want to communicate with each and every one of you if I need to. I'm the general manager of Western Illinois and Eastern Iowa. And I'm happy to, do what I need to do. LRS need to do what they need to do to keep Monmouth happy and your citizens happy. If there are any other questions, I'm happy to take them.
Well, thank you for coming in, Joseph.
Absolutely.
If council have any questions for Joseph?
I've been an elected official myself for 26 years, so I've been in your seat and I know how challenging it can be, so. If there's no questions, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna skate out, and I live in the Quad Cities. So, but Mayor Davies knows how to get hold of me. If anybody has any questions afterwards, feel free to give him my number. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Joseph.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Moving on to building and zoning, we have the May report from Director Clark.
Mayor, Council, the zoning department continues to issue permits, notices for junk and debris, mowing, rental inspections, solar inspections with follow-up on all open projects to include daily citizens' concerns. Open projects, Monmouth College house renovation at 903 East Broadway continues for additional student housing with electrical, plumbing, and sprinkler system rough end started. Also, Monmouth College, having completed the retirement of all services and the abatement process for asbestos and lead at 925 East Euclid Avenue, which everybody knows is a student fraternity complex, has applied for a demolition permit. A demolition permit was issued 5/27/26 with a scheduled start date of Wednesday, June 3rd. It will take 7 to 14 days for completion. Renovation of the former Bankers Life Building, West First Avenue, apartments, electrical, plumbing, sprinkler system, rough ends inspections have been completed. New sidewalk for gas meters, manifold, and CT current transfer cabinet for electrical distribution has been put in place there as well. And then the Jameson Center rehab houses. This was a joint venture and continues between Jameson Center and a local nonprofit. They just completed the first renovation at 403 South 6th Street and received an occupancy for that one. The others listed was the renovation of 520 East 5th Avenue, awaiting concrete, flat work, and landscape. Renovation of 211 South 8th Street, interior complete, and siding almost completed there as well. Scheduled renovation of 601 South 5th Street, permit was issued, tree removal and yard cleanup has been completed. And then a scheduled renovation of 119 South 6th Street, permit has been issued, tree removal and yard cleanup has been started. And then scheduled renovation for 1123 East 6th Avenue, tree removal and yard cleanup has started there. Any questions?
Are these houses the ones that are, we have nothing to do with them, the city does it?
No,
So are these
no.
people, are we just renovating for the people that own them already?
No,
Or the
they're,
nonprofits,
they're,
excuse me,
they're
whoever.
being purchased
Okay,
and then they're being renovated, and then they're getting applicants that meet all the qualifications to be able to go to a financial institution and get a loan and put them in these houses. These are the same houses in 5 years from this date would have been on a demolition list because they were in such bad need of repair, requiring considerable amount of money to bring them back online. And most of the people that occupied them or left them, they were able to be purchased and be able to be fixed where the person that owned them or had them had not the means to do so.
this will take us a little bit away off the city then, right? From you having
This
to deal with-
has helped immensely, yes. And there are other houses that are being targeted as well. I just think they're trying to work on dialing in actual cost of renovations, because I believe it's more than what they anticipated early on. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Next, we have the Woodard and Kern April report, Director Bledsoe.
Mayor and council. The April Public Works Report I have presented for you guys. The street department is currently working on concrete street patching. You guys have probably seen all throughout town, trying to get a lot of that done before it gets too crazy hot out. Tree trimming and the investigation of unknown water service lines has also been one of their priorities over the past month. Again, you'll see that vac trailer out, potholing for people's water service lines, hopefully here soon, trying to get ahead of our lead service line program. The water department is currently working through their hydrant flushing, and actually I think they should be wrapping that up this week. They're gonna start their valve exercising program as well, and are working through replacing broken curb stops. The wastewater department continues to maintain and operate numerous lift stations in the 3 wastewater plants. The Public Works Department as a whole has completed training on fall protection awareness. And I've got 3 staff anniversaries I'd like to go over. Ross Hall, who's our street department foreman, now has 11 years of service with us. Ethan Landon, who's one of our street maintenance guys, has 3 years of service. And Doug Schaefer, who is our wastewater operator, works with Bill Hart, who's come in here quite a few times, has 20 years in June. So he's been with us a long time. He's a pretty great employee. So, does anyone have any questions for me?
Thanks for getting that flagpole set at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
The AMBETS group that donated the pole's gonna be doing a first raising of the flag Saturday before our Cars and Coffee event.
Awesome.
Cars, Planes, and Coffee event. So yeah, those guys are appreciative of that getting in. So
Great. Yeah, thank you.
they were getting a little on the older side for digging their own flagpole holes. So I think
Yep,
they
nope.
appreciated that quite a
Nope,
bit.
not a big deal. Joe McVeigh took care of it, and hopefully it looks nice. So,
That looks great.
awesome.
Do we have anything on the schedule this summer for the concrete street signs?
Yeah, so actually, we've got a couple, our temporary guys, the Volt crew that we have out at the cemetery. We have actually 2 younger guys hired this year. One is actually Ross Hall's son, and right now they're getting caught up on some of the mowing, some of the batwing mowing. They started later, they're college students.
Mm-hmm.
The plan is, once it starts drying out, we're gonna have them over, painting those signs.
Good.
So it's still on the books, that's the plan, so. Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions for Braden? Okay, hearing none, Braden, we've been, in our budget this year, we had purchase for a truck. I think we had one out front, if you wanna talk about that.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you for having me up here again. So I just wanted to present, and I had a nice write-up made up, but this year we had budgeted to replace one of our heavier duty plow and salt spreading trucks out of the water sewer fund. We've got the one out there actually now that we're planning on replacing. This truck, if purchased, we're looking at purchasing a Mack Granite truck, which would be a single rear wheel, or a single rear axle truck, double wheel. It's one of the heaviest duty single rear axle trucks you can buy. That being said, this truck is a very important part of the snow plowing and salting operations here in town. We have a lot of good condition, lighter duty vehicles, but when we get into getting pretty close to tandem level vehicles, they all are starting to show their age. For example, our two largest trucks are the one that's parked out there, which is a 2001 GMC 7500, and the other one is a 96 Ford Tandem. So they both got some age on them. This truck out here has quite a few problems, to be frank, and our concern is if we don't find an upgrade, if we get a really bad winter storm, we may end up not being able to plow the streets properly. So that's why I brought before you guys buying a replacement for that truck. We actually took two bids to purchase a Mack Granite. One was from Enterprise Fleet Solutions, who we actually lease a lot of our vehicles through, and the other was from Nextran Truck Center. Nextran Truck Center was the low bidder for purchasing this truck, and that'll include outfitting. So you'll have your dump bed, have a front plow on it, some accessory lights just for better visibility, and like a tow package. Nextran Truck Center's bid came in at just shy of $251,000. They were $250,000 and $988. But I would be searching for approval to buy this truck.
It takes some time to get it put together and
Yeah,
be in service.
the hope would be from the lead time I've been quoted, so we would buy the truck from Nextran Truck Center, and they would take care of the outfitting at Koenig's in Peoria. The hope would be that we'd have that before winter, before the first snow.
So what's wrong with this truck out here?
That's the one with
It's-
the broken frame, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's got quite a few frame issues. It is still operational, but it's starting to become a health and safety hazard just due to the frame issues. The exhaust leaks into the cab. The bed I do not believe is operational right now, and there's quite a few different braking issues, just to name a few. It's definitely served the city well for the past 25 years, but it's starting to get tired, so.
This would be funded through our enterprise fund. I think, Lou, we had this in our budget, that we were counted on, that we,
Obviously, this is a, enterprise fund is restricted for, this type of purpose and, would not be funded through the general fund, so, it's, like I said, it's restricted, use of the vehicle that allows us to use the water sewer fund for this.
council have any other questions for Braden? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion for approval of the low bid, to put this, to replace the truck for our snow plow and salt spreading and heavy spoil hauling.
Before we start, I do have a question. I know we've been working on a fire truck. Where are we at with that? I mean, we've been trying to find money for that because we've got one that we need. That's probably just as important as a salt truck. I understand that thing's tore up. Trust me, I've been in trucks that you gotta smell the exhaust. It's not fun. I just wanna know where we're at working on trying to get a fire truck.
Yeah, that was part of the authorization that the council gave for us to seek a $5 million general obligation bond. That would be one of the proposed uses for those funds, along with the water, construction of a new water treatment plant. So we will be, we're in the early stages of getting that bond issue formalized through our financial advisor. And when we get to the point where we can issue that, we'll be bringing that back to you for your approval. But at that time, also a discussion on what the use of those funds would be for, so.
But I kind of go along with John's comment, which I agree, if you have exhaust leaking into the cab, that's a safety issue and those guys need to be taken care of, so I definitely am on board with that. But if you're looking at a 2-year turnaround time to spec a truck and order it, I think that's something we probably ought to just be getting on right away, so. but I would.
We should, I would guess that we should be able to have that on the agenda later this summer. I mean, I'm not talking, 6 months from now,
Yeah.
but sooner than that, so.
Okay,
I
so,
think we need a new truck. I'll make that motion.
I have a second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Daw,
Yes.
Conard,
Yeah.
Pineda,
Yes.
Van Fleet,
Yes.
Teal,
Yes.
Bone,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Thank you, Britton.
Thank you.
Next, under ordinances, we have a pair of ordinances. Ordinances we've approved in the past with our other TIF districts. Lou, would you maybe talk about those two ordinances? And this is for the East Side TIF district.
Yes, and as you know, the council did authorize the creation of a new TIF district to help finance the establishment of a new 23 parcel residential subdivision out there on the east side of town off of 12th Street. Before I get into the details of the ordinance, I would like to introduce Steve Klein from our Economic Development Group. Steve is our tax increment finance consultant. He also assisted us in the creation of TIF number 3, which is the Main Street TIF that's been very successful. And then, of course, the North Commercial TIF, which, which facilitated the redevelopment of the Bex Oil property. So Steve has been very helpful to us in the creation of those two TIF districts, and he's helping us with this one as well. He's available if you have any questions at the end. Part of the legislative required process of creating a tax increment financing district is to adopt a resolution to, in the establishment of that TIF district, an interested parties registry. And basically, it's just an opportunity for any interested parties that they can register their name as part of, to be informed as the process of establishing the TIF. We've had this ordinance passed previously, and we've actually not had anybody register themselves as an interested party. The second one is simply to establish the date of the public hearing for the proposed TIF district, which is required again by the, statutorily required by the TIF Act. And that on the, you can see is gonna be July 20th. It's on the timeline schedule there. We would ask for the council's approval of both these ordinances.
Council have any questions for Lou? Can you do these together or something? I'd entertain a motion for approval of ordinances 26-11 and 26-12 for the establishment of the tax increment financing interested parties registry and the establishment of the public hearing date.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Conard,
Yeah.
Pineda,
Yes.
Van Fleet,
Yes.
Teal,
Yes.
Bone,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Daw.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Under executive session, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session per Illinois statute to discuss employment and of specific employees.
So moved.
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, a roll call, please.
Pineda,
Yes.
Van Fleet,
Yes.
Teal,
Yes.
Bone,
Yeah.
Weber,
Yes.
Daw,
Yes.
Conard.
Yeah.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
There's not expected to be any action after.
No, there will be no action taken upon return.